Is it too late to start a YouTube channel? Yes, no, maybe. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, this is Roberto Blake helping you create something awesome today. Welcome back to the channel. Today is another YouTube tips video. For those of you who have no idea who I am, my name is Roberto Blake. I'm a creative entrepreneur, public speaker at events like VidCon and VidSummit. I help people grow their brand online as well as build online businesses. So that's something you're into, like and subscribe. Today, I want to get into the topic of whether it's too late to start a YouTube channel. And it's a complicated question because I understand that a lot of people have it in their head that, oh, if I had started back in the day, I'd be a big YouTuber now too. The majority of people who started back in the day did not make it and did not become big YouTubers. And even the ones who did, a lot of them aren't making content anymore. A lot of them have channels that they're not very active on or have moved on to some other aspect of the industry. And so they're not really doing content anymore. And even if you made it and you were successful as a creator, at least from a views and subscriber standpoint, that doesn't always translate to the success or the money that you think it does. That happens for a handful of people that are in that entertainment niche. So it really just depends on what you're expecting to get out of this. If you wanted to say that, is it too late to get started on YouTube and go massively viral very easily or early on? Yeah, sure, you can believe that if you want. It happens to people every day. And yes, there are plenty of very talented content creators who grind out quality content every day and still don't grow. And that's why there's not a straightforward answer to the question. The question really becomes, is it too late to start a YouTube channel for you specifically? And that's a question I can't answer for you, but maybe I can help you answer it for yourself. So let's start with some reasons why you might be feeling that it's too late to start a YouTube channel. You don't like the fact that you would have to compete because YouTube is saturated, it's crowded, it's full of people that are making the type of content you want. There's already a million channels doing makeup or let's plays or gaming. How are you going to stand out? How are you going to get noticed? And the simple answer to that is, are you good enough? And that sounds really harsh, and I know. But let me ask you this. You want 5 to 10 minutes of somebody's life to watch your video. There's content out there where they know what the quality is. There are people they are already subscribed to. There are people that are known in the community for that type of content. They don't know who you are. You are a stranger. Asking a stranger for 5 to 10 minutes of their day is a very hard thing to do and a very hard thing to get a yes for. And it should be. It should absolutely be hard, soul-crushingly hard, to get an audience on YouTube or any social media platform because you are asking people for time they have never going to get back. You're asking for time they will never get back. It's your responsibility to make it worth their while, and it's your responsibility to make it clear and obvious that this is worth their time if they're interested in this type of thing. If that's discouraging to you, then you might really feel like it's too late because you aren't early, you aren't first. And so if you're not first and you're not early, if you're someone who's intimidated by that, you feel like it's too late because you don't want to compete with other people for attention. And if you're not willing to compete with other people for attention, I don't know what your expectations are with YouTube and social media, but there's a chance that they're unrealistic because you're not only in competition with other content creators and social media for someone's time and attention. And I'm gonna say something that contradicts that where I say, oh, well, don't compete with anybody, but you're gonna understand my point. You're also in competition for their attention with everything else in their life. You're in competition for their attention with their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their kid, their job, their side hustle, their Netflix account, their games, their hobbies. You are in competition for that 5 or 10 minutes of everybody's day with any number of distractions or real priorities in their life. That's fair. Here's a reason why it's not too late. The reality is that everybody starts at 0, and most people were unknown to begin with before they made their name, before they became worthwhile. They struggled and they sacrificed and they put in the work to get better every single day. And that's not for everybody. It is for the people who can show up and sweat and suffer and go through the grinder and still come out. and know that what they did was worthwhile and not let it discourage them into saying, I just quit. There are so many people who quit 3 feet from gold. It's an old story where basically, somebody is down there, is mining for gold, and then they say, you know what, I quit, I give up, and they sell their rights to the mine, and then somebody else comes in, goes 3 feet in, strikes it rich, gets all of that gold because you quit too early. There's so many people who quit too early. And so I would say that if you're someone who's easily discouraged, there's a real chance that you might feel like it's too late for you because it wasn't that easy. And maybe it was in some way theoretically easier back then. But if that's your reason for not wanting to start, if that's your reason for wanting to quit, then the reality is that this might not be for you. Because if you can't handle the struggles to get to success, you certainly can't handle the struggles to maintain that success once you have it. Now, some of you are gonna say, well, Roberto, what about the algorithm? Yeah, it was easier to exploit YouTube a few years ago. And if that's your reason for not wanting to start now, then that means that you couldn't hack it. You need it to be on easy mode. You can't play the game on medium or hard. And again, I know that's harsh. I know it sounds condescending, but that's just the truth. The truth is, if you need the bar lowered, then that means that you might not be ready. You may not be good enough. The reality is that the people who are successful on this platform are the far, few, and in between proportionately. There are roughly, I think, 78 million content creators on this platform. There are 12,000 creators with a gold play button. Let me rephrase that. There are 12,000 channels with a gold play button. Half of them are companies or people who are already celebrities. So then that leaves 6,000. And out of those, you know how many of those are homegrown YouTubers who have multiple gold play buttons? So when you really think about homegrown creators that have gotten over 1 million subscribers, it's probably about 4,000 individual human beings. Roughly the same number of people who've climbed Mount Everest. Think about that. Put that in perspective. And not everyone with 1 million subscribers is living the good life. LA rent is a little rough. Expectations versus reality is one of the biggest issues here in the YouTube community. What I try to do with this channel is be transparent with you, give you no BS advice, and make you understand that this is going to be hard work and it's going to require sacrifices. If you say that this is what you want to do and this is what success looks like for you, then it's going to require you to do very unconventional things, and it's going to require you, in most cases, to suck it up for 3 to 5 years and see very little in return for your time or for your effort. Something that a lot of people don't realize is that most content creators on YouTube, with very few exceptions, struggle for 3 to 5 years just to break through, This was true for Casey Neistat, this was true for Mr. Beast, this was true for Philip DeFranco. This was true for Swoozy. There are so many other people that you could name that the reality is, for the majority of their career on YouTube, they weren't getting anywhere. The difference between them and everyone else is they didn't quit and they were actually good enough. I know some of you came here hoping for and expecting a motivational speech. This is not that. This is harsh, grim reality and the truth. And for some people, the truth is motivation, and for other people, it's discouraging. You have to decide who you actually are. So if you're an optimist, you're watching this and you're realizing that, you know what? I am someone who's going to put in the work. I am someone who can find the discipline. I am somebody who can decide, you know what? I'm going to do me. I'm not going to pander to people, and I'm going to make a name for myself, and I'm going to find something to become known for, and I'm going to make my name count. Then this is going to be the video that puts a fire under you, and you're going to go out and you're going to try and crush it. If you're someone who easily gets bogged down and discouraged and constantly needs to be validated, needs to be made some promise or some guarantee that things are going to be okay, this video is going to be very discouraging for you, and you're going to question whether or not you want to do content. And if that's who you are, then it is too late. If you're somebody who needs the game's level set on easy mode, if you're somebody who needs it on, easy mode, is not willing to play on normal and hard, you're not gonna win a tournament, my friend. That's not how it works. You cannot have that expectation. And the thing is, even if that were the case, what are you going to do when things change? You see, people who stick around handle change when it comes? When change comes and when things are different, when the algorithm changes, when the industry changes, when the ad revenue changes, can you endure? Can you survive? Can you persist? If you had to have the bar lowered to begin with, you can't handle it when things get hard. So again, whether it's too late to start is entirely down to your perspective. It's down to your point of view. It's down to your ability to have reasonable expectations and your ability to step your game up and to really push and to strive for something. If you're somebody who works until, if you're somebody who strives until, if you're someone who fights until, it's never too late for you to start anything. But if you're somebody who, again, at the first sign of struggle, at the first sign of hardship, throws in the towel and quits 3 feet from gold, then it was too late to begin with. Now, something I did, because I hear all the time, Roberto, you don't know what it's like to start a new YouTube channel. You don't know what it's like to be a small YouTuber. The algorithm is against this. It only favors big YouTubers. I know plenty of big YouTubers being screwed by the algorithm as far as they're concerned. And I started a new channel from scratch to see how YouTube treats a new channel in 2019, because doing it for my clients and looking at the small YouTube channels that I do coaching with is one thing. And I can't show you their data because I don't have the permission to do that and to reveal the back end of their channel. But I decided I would start something from scratch anyway. 1, because I thought it'd be an interesting challenge. 2, even I can always learn by setting the goalpost and moving the needle and seeing what can I do if I have to start something from scratch again? How does it really work? So getting my own hands dirty, I sat there and I looked at how YouTube treats a new channel. And I'll be honest with you, I'm convinced that it's actually better to start a channel today than to have started a channel 5 or 10 years ago. I'm absolutely convinced that that's true. I'm convinced that YouTube is actually better for a new creator today. The exception would be back in the day in like 2010, you could have used Facebook traffic to elevate your channel really quickly, but now you can't do that. So I would say that today there's more opportunity, there's more awareness, there are more people on the platform for you to pull an audience from, and there's more money in the market than there's ever been. There's more money in the market right now than there's ever been. So the thing is, are you good enough to take it? Are you good enough to earn it? That's the question. And so I leave that to you. So question of the day, and this one's gonna be obvious. Do you still believe that it's too late to start a YouTube channel? Let me know, and let me know your reasons why in the comment section, and let's just keep all of this respectful and give some people some support and encouragement if you see that they need it in the comments. Like this video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, check out the other awesome stuff here on the channel. As always, you guys, thanks so very much for watching, and don't forget, go out there and create something awesome today. Take care.